Going on, everybody? This is Defending 21 back once again. And what you see here is a 52-inch Gulf Coast Showboat. This fan here is manufactured by Housie, I believe, back in the mid to late 80s, probably around 1986, possibly even 1987. Now, the fan is a 3-speed fan, electrically reversible normally, but unfortunately, the fan only runs on high speed. The medium and low positions are completely dead for some reason. The system that the fan uses for speed control is coil taps and a double layer pull chain system, of course, being the most complicated system you can find on these kind of ceiling fans. So it's hard to pinpoint exactly what the problem is. I did look at it and it seemed like someone had the leads reversed on from the power in, went to one of the position leads, I think number 2 position, and then so I flopped the 2 wires, long story short, but it did the same thing. So I'm just too lazy to look into it more. Like I said, it's a very complicated system, being a double layer pull chain. And I'm willing to bet someone took it apart back then and didn't do anything to mark which wire went where on the switch, so it probably got all messed up. Is likely what happened here, not a failure of the speed control or the speed coil inside the switch housing. But the electrically reversible function still works. But I am currently using, I will demonstrate the fan off this 5-speed wall control here. I'm nothing really too much to say about it. The fan has cane blades. They're a little dingy because the fan was used with the plain side showing down when it was installed originally. This fan was purchased at a Habitat store in the neighboring town of Dayton for I think about 20 bucks or something by a buddy of mine, and he gave it to me. So starting off here on low, which for some reason on this control it takes it to around a medium speed here. It doesn't really give it a low. Yeah, Housie was pretty much the OEM for Gulf Coast. I think they're even still the OEM today. But some models might be made by others, I don't really know. I'm not really that much technical in ceiling fans. This was probably with their most basic model here, being a top mount spinner. Unlike the Dixie Belle or the Bimini Breeze, which were a traditional style ceiling fan that they offered. This is speed number 2 on the control. Like I said, it only ranges about a medium to a high. I'm certain the factory low speed position on the taps would definitely bring the fan a lot slower. And the fan has some bearing noise too. This is speed number 3. It's about a high speed for a Newtone Slimline. Speed number 4. And finally, speed number 5. I can see the fans are actually pretty good balance. Hardly any wobble. Actually very, very little wobble. Even with the non-original mounting bracket, as you can see, it's kind of jerry-rigged up there with the canopy because the canopy mounting screws are a lot wider than traditional ball and socket canopies. This because Gulf Coast had to be difficult like that. So we'll go ahead and do a reverse. Which technically not supposed to do this on fans, but whatever. I really don't care. So as you can see, high speed on updraft position is possibly a little bit slower, but not too much. Take it back down to speed number 4. Speed number 3. There's that bearing noise again. Like I said, they're not terrible, but they're dry out. That's why you hear that scratching noise. Speed number 1. Otherwise, the fan actually runs very quietly. That's speed number 2. Speed number 1. Like I said, brings it back down to a medium speed. And we'll go ahead and power the fan down. Fan's got a pretty beefy motor in it too. The diameter of the vent holes is about the same diameter as the stator inside the fan. I'm not sure what kind of dimensions would be. I'd say likely some sort of 188 millimeter motor probably inside of this thing. So it's pretty beefy. Makes the fan turn pretty good. Probably one of the better top mount spinners, of course, being from Gulf Coast. But otherwise, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on this Gulf Coast Showboat 52-inch ceiling fan in antique brass. And once again, we'll see you next time. Take care.